What's up, guys? It's Shawn Mayo, and today I want to talk about speeding up your searches with tactical arbitrage. So we're in tactical arbitrage 2.0, and I know a lot of people are always complaining about the speed of your searches. Obviously, we find a ton of awesome stuff. You can see I have two accounts, and there's over 4,000 good leads found, and 3,000 that are still not being reviewed. There's a ton of good products at almost every store supported by tactical arbitrage. So, it's a matter of getting out there and scan. The biggest issue is to scan 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not hard. The bulk list builder is there now, so it's easy to select your products either using those, or if you want to be more specific, to use bulk lists. You can do up to 500 lines now. You can do up to 500 lines now in a bulk list instead of the 400, so it can run even longer. It runs for up to 60 hours, so it takes, just a couple minutes to start your scans and start your filters. Set your filters. You should have ones preset already, and we can go over that in another video, but the fact is that you can start a scan, not have to come back to it for days, up to 2.5 days now, and so we're talking about 5-10 minutes a week you should be spending to run scans. So and then beyond that, what we can do is there's some settings. There's a few different ways to run your scans. There's a cache, and if you don't understand the cache, it's going to be checking the products in the database. So if we go to the settings screen, and if we go to searching, the very first tab under searching is the cache. And we can see we can set the cache on most searches from all the way down to, obviously live only, or you can do from 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, up to 5 days. Now, what exactly a cache is when every time a product is found using tactical arbitrage, it's put into a master database. Then when you go to look at it again, or somebody else looks at it, it's going to check and see if that product's in the database. So if we have a cache set to 5 days, if somebody's looked at it within the last 5 days, it's going to pull that information, and it's going to use that data instead of the live data. So what that means is a product could take 2 to 3 seconds to pull all the information. And when you're looking at a product, let's say it's on Walmart, it's going to pull that data. It's going to look up the UPC on Walmart, or if you're doing a regular search, it's going to look for the first item in a category at Walmart, and it's going to then pull all that data off the page or from the API, depending on what it is, and then it's going to compare that to Amazon, and it's going to have to pull all that information, then pricing, and all that other data that it has to get, and then all the fees and all that. So that can take up to 2 to 3 seconds to get all that, which is super fast compared to doing it by hand. But when you want to look at hundreds of thousands up to millions of products, it's not so fast. What we do is we always use the cache. And using the cache, it can be as fast as 1/10 of a second compared to 2 to 3 seconds per item. Now that's a huge difference. So what we'll do is, what I suggest is either you do live only or use the cache. Now, you're going to say, well, if I use the cache, then I'm not going to know if products are out of stock, prices have changed, and all that stuff. So, yes, that's true, but it's a lot faster to look at your results. So even if you get, let's say 1,000 or 2,000 results, it may take 20 minutes to go into your results page and hit the update. So, if we're looking at the results and we already found all these, we can go and we can just hit this update data button, and then select update all data. And that's going to pull new sources and new information from Amazon. It's going to make everything on the page disappear, and then they come back one by one as it pulls the most recent data. But if we do that, that's a lot faster than, if we're looking at hundreds of thousands of items, or, I've done scans that were up to 3 million items. And what's going to happen is, it's going to check that every time, which can take seconds. And if if you're finding the results in a tenth of a second, and then you just take the results and you do an auto update on that, it's going to be, it's going to be so much faster. It's going to save you probably dozens of hours a month of scanning, which means you can fill that same amount of time with a lot more scans. So my suggestion is that you either run a live scan or run of a full 5-day cache. And if it doesn't find the product, it's still going to pull that data live. So you're not skipping out on anything. And you can, if you'd like, to only find products in cache. And that's how I'm able to run a scan and find and be able to scan 2 or 3 million products in the course of the 60 hours in a single scan. And I've posted screenshots of this before, but I've done 3, and it probably hit over 4 million products that it scanned in a single bulk scan over the course of, before it had timed out. So if we want to do that, and you can set this individually, for the product search, flips and all that. Now, flips is the only one. It's going to be defaulting to a 3-day cache unless you put your own keep a key in there. So you can't do the live scan right now. So what we're going to do is I have mine all set to 5 days, and I have 2 accounts. So what I do is I also use this setting. So if we look down here, now under searching, it's no longer in the cache. It's under search filters, the second item down under FBA. And this is what this is going to do. It's going to skip products not in the cache. So I have 2 accounts. My first account, I have this on. My other account, I don't. So obviously, this is only going to work on products that are, from sellers. I shouldn't say sellers, but stores that are full of, people scanning them. So, stores like Walmart and Target and Kohl's and Ace Hardware and a lot of those big stores, people are constantly searching. But if it doesn't find anything in the cache, within the last 5 days, then it's just going to completely skip it. It's not going to go and pull that live data. So if we go over here to our scan and we can load our logs, we can see that we're on line 142, 398 in this one, and it's already searched 30,000 products or more. So if we look at the logs, and this is a log of 30,000 searches, obviously, so it's going to take a minute to load. And of course, it's going to search our filters, but if you see here, rapid search, it skipped the product not in the cache. So nobody has looked this product up within the last 5 days. And you can see there's several of them there. So all this rapid search is going to do is look at products that people have already looked at in the last 5 days. And we can see there's a lot of this. And if you look at one of your scans and you just see page after page after page of product, the skip product was not in the cache, well, then we need to run a scan that is not like this. We're not going to be able to run the cache only setting. So you would have to turn off the rapid search and maybe do that store without that, because there's just not a ton of competition. And it's also a good way to see if there's a lot of other people doing scans. If you're finding a lot of products that you're getting that message in the logs, that means there's probably not many people either scanning that category or scanning that product. So if you do that, you're almost guaranteed it's going to take about 1/10 of a second per item. So we're talking about a huge difference compared to doing a regular search. So if you're going to run a rapid search on a store, and it's a popular store, then you can do about 850,000 products a day or more. As I've said, I've done, about 4 million products before it had timed out. and that's, what I had actually looked at, and there was still more time in the interim. So, sometimes it's a lot more than it, or I should say a lot less than a tenth of a second. So there's, you can scan a ton of products. We're talking, maybe up to, 10 million products a week, with a single account, just doing the rapid scan. So these are just a few things that you can do. And a couple other things that you might want to look into is your exclusions, your selecting your categories, that only categories that you want to sell in or you're approved to sell in, and also removing from the reverse search domains places you don't want to be doing your reverse search. That's also going to speed up your time tremendously. I'll go over that section in a different video. But if you like these kind of videos, please click the like button, leave me a comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And if you're not using tactical arbitrage yet, I do have a, hit that little I button up in the corner, and there's a link right there to sign up. You can get a 10-day free trial by using my link. Just enter Shawn Mayo for your coupon code, and you'll get a 10-day trial. Or you can just go to ta.shawnmayo.com, and it'll take you right there to sign up. 10 days, you don't have to pay anything up front. It's not a refund policy. It's 10 days to try it out. And if it don't work, then, then you'll never have to pay anything for it. This is an awesome piece of software. And I suggest everyone else just tries it out at least once. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.